Social Security turns 90 this year, and that is just proof positive that it is unrivaled in the pantheon of U.S. social programs.
We're celebrating its 90th birthday, a federal program that has lifted more people out of poverty than any other federal program ever devised.
And it's important to know the history of Social Security in particular, because when it was introduced, the government noticed that the economy was in a state of disarray. Political turmoil was high.
For 90 years, it's been part of the social fabric of America.
Thank God for Social Security.
I, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
I believe that FDR was critical in creating so many things in the New Deal, and he was committed to the creation of Social Security. It would have been a long time before we got to it if he hadn't been able to get it done.
Today, a hope of many years standing is in large part fulfilled.
I'm Jim Roosevelt. My grandparents were President Franklin D. Roosevelt and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt.
The civilization of the past 100 years, with its startling industrial changes, has tended more and more to make life insecure.
When this was primarily an agrarian economy, several generations of a family lived in the same farmhouse. And there was not the easy and obvious distinction between those who could work for pay and those who could not. As the industrialization of America took place, when people reached an age that they could not be hired by employers anymore to support themselves, there just wasn't anything to provide for their food, their clothing, and their housing.
I'm Nancy Altman, president of Social Security Works. I've been working on Social Security for the last 50 years. The United States was a latecomer to the concept of social insurance. It started in Germany in the 1880s, and then other countries quickly followed suit. It really took the Great Depression for the United States to finally jump in and enact its own social insurance, Social Security.
Bill Arnone interview, take one.
I'm Bill Arnone. I'm the founding board member of the National Academy of Social Insurance, which was created about 40 years ago. Social insurance is a way to provide protection against risks that face all of us, regardless of income or wealth or assets. It's a public program. The government pools resources. In this case, the resources are contributions you make to Social Security while you're working, and once you receive it, it's yours for the rest of your life.
5 years of post-war depression impoverished our fortunes. The result, over 10 million workers lost their jobs. The aged, the blind, and dependent children were forced to fall back on private charity and local government organizations. But local resources were not enough to provide adequate, regular assistance.
Before Social Security, you had elderly people literally living in poorhouses.
Old people were in desperate straits, and it was in the middle of an economic calamity that made things worse. Even if you had savings, they were gone.
It's very hard for us to conceive of a world before Social Security, when most of us had the retirement plan of either dying on the job or dying in a child's house, you know, in a back room.
Clearly, FDR and his administration found that unacceptable and felt like they had to do something about it.
I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people.